Lots of people genuinely ask me, do members of the British monarchy get on? When you see them all popping up, for instance, at Sandringham at Christmas, there they are all smiling away. And you would think, of course, the best of friends. But let's not forget, that this is an industry. As, of course, the royals call it, it's the firm. It's what they have to do to project a good media image. And that's important, whether that be 50 years ago, 80 years ago, when radio started, etc. Even the king at that point realized that he had to speak warmly to his subjects, something that apparently, he felt very strange to do because, after all, he was the king. Why did he need to do it? You get the picture. Fast forward, of course, into 2024, and one might suggest that we've kind of broken barriers. If you recall, a while back now, I think it was last year, the Princess of Wales put herself in a very precarious position when she allowed a fan, a snapper, photographer, influencer, whatever you want to call them, to get that close over the barrier at that particular meeting. And of course, we were warned and told that this could be a security scare, and you can understand that. Anything could have happened at that moment. Yes, it didn't, but it could have done. And this is one of the reasons why another senior figure really doesn't agree with everything that William and Catherine are doing. Let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. Yes, we'll have a wave. You're all right. Thank you so much. I know it's fascinating when you think about it, because a lot of people do ask me the question, do they all get on? They do in principle, but all families have glitches, don't they? They don't necessarily agree with certain things, what other people are doing. And then, of course, in this modern day age, they've all got these WhatsApp groups, haven't they? I know a friend of mine got caught out with that by posting to the wrong message group. Yes, you can imagine how that played out. Made me laugh anyway. Now, if you recall back, of course, when Meghan Markle first met the Princess of Wales, Catherine, she claimed that, she rushed to hug her and realised that this wasn't a British thing, etc. Of course, we've seen over the last few years how William and Catherine have been very huggy, very tactile, shaking hands with every single person. But one person who doesn't agree with her is none other than the Princess Royal, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne. And it's quite a simple thing. She said, look, I come from a different era. I want people to focus on the moment. She's baffled by the fact that people are always taking pictures and holding phones when they could actually enjoy the moment of actually, say, meeting her, or indeed just having a small chat. And she doesn't mean that in a big-headed way, but she doesn't agree with the handshaking and the hugging and the selfies. It's simply not her. And as she said, well, she's in her 70s, maybe it's just not her thing. But the reason behind this is a bigger thing, in fact. According to a very well-placed source, the Princess Royal feels that it just snubs people if you can't grab them in the crowd and you don't touch their hand or shake their hand. They could equally feel as unloved, snubbed, ignored, as if you have shaken their hand. And she does have a point, doesn't she? Because if you go into a room and you say, don't say hello to everybody, somebody says, oh, they were really miserable, they never spoke to me. So as ever, it's a fascinating debate, because it's one that obviously William and Catherine feel in this new sort of touchy-feely monarchy age, something, of course, that even Prince Charles. It's a strange thing, isn't it? Because in this touchy-feely world of the monarchy, William and Catherine feel that they have to do this sort of thing. Even His Majesty the King has had to relent at points, but it wasn't something, of course, that our late monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, adhered to, and it's something clearly that the Princess Royal is sticking with. Something, apparently, that doesn't necessarily warm the heartstrings of Catherine, who believes, alongside William, that they have to do this to bring the monarchy into a more accessible age. I'd love to know, who do you think's right or wrong, the Princess Royal or indeed William and Catherine? As ever, like and share, let me know in the comments. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.